Demi Lovato. She was just 19 when the auditions kicked off a few months ago, and it wasn't long before Simon dubbed her the Brat. Lovingly, of course.
Yes.
Now, my co-host, on the other hand, would call Demi an old friend. And for those of you who don't know, my girl Adrienne here was, in fact, one of the Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah.
Which means that she and Demi have some history together dating back to their days at Disney.
That's right, good old Disney days. It is true, Demi and I go back a few years, so it was really a lot of fun when we actually got to sit down and talk together on Monday, right here on The Live. She's definitely grown up since the last time we saw each other. And as you're about to hear, she's taking her role as a mentor very seriously.
I feel like we're catching up.
Totally.
Going way back, Orlando, doing our makeup in mirrors in locker rooms.
Exactly. That's literally one of the first memories that comes to mind when I think of you.
So I'm going to ask you a question that we've asked all of the contestants, but I actually haven't gotten to ask you. How has your journey been on X Factor so far?
If you would have told me 6 months ago that I'd be doing this, I would have thought you were crazy. It's just such an amazing opportunity, and I'm learning so much every day that I'm working with all these incredible people, and it's just such a blessing and such a dream come true. I'm not used to having this much fun while I'm working.
I like that, because I'm like, what did you expect coming into this? Did you think it was going to be like more work? It's like more fun.
I could be totally exhausted, but I come to work the next day, and even though I'm exhausted, I have so much fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
talking about Simon now.
Yes.
Okay, he calls you the Brat.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of nickname you'd like to give him?
I mean, I call him Grandpa.
I'm sure he loves that. You guys naturally have great chemistry. I would think that you guys have been friends for like a really long time. Did you get a chance to spend time with him, or?
Not at all. I mean,
It just clicked.
It just clicked. And, I mean, we have kind of the same sense of humor in a way. We both have a dry, sarcastic sense of humor.
I can't lie to you, watching that final Judges Holmes episode,
Yes.
I was like dying in my house, like literally like, oh my God, what is about to happen? So I can't even imagine how you feel watching all of that back. The eliminations.
Yes, eliminations are all really hard because you have to let go of people that you really believe in. It is a job. You know, you have to eliminate the people that you feel like you have to get rid of in order to find the perfect pop star in your eyes.
Yeah.
And so it's hard eliminating people, and it's really hard watching it back. But I don't regret one decision.
The Jillian elimination was
Yes.
clearly an emotional one for you.
Very.
I was like in tears at home watching.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was
can't
really
imagine
rough.
being there in that situation.
It was really rough, and I never thought that I'd be like the judge that cries.
I didn't think I'd cry watching X Factor.
Right. Yeah, you never, I'm like, no, I'm not going to cry. And then I get there, and then I have to do that, and then it's really emotional. Because I remember what it was like hearing no so many times, especially, I'm sure you did too. You
Yes.
know, we've heard so many times, and having to tell somebody that, we just know how bad it hurts. But I'm more excited because it just means it's one more step to finding out who the winner is going to be.
You have your final four. I
do.
Now that they are here and you're working with them, what is that like?
My category is so strong that I would hate to be in another category if I was the contestants. I have the most incredible pop stars. These girls and Willie have the potential to go on and do really great things with their career.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that I'm able to say that I was a part of their beginning.
I feel like now that you're getting so close to them, it almost becomes personal. You know, you've invested so much in them. You're like encouraging them on a weekly basis, and you literally are going out there and knowing that you're going to have to eliminate one of them.
Right. It's really difficult because even in the music industry, you don't sign someone on as your client and then you have to get rid of them.
Be like, I'm going to drop them a week later.
Right,
yeah.
right. So it's something that is very abnormal that you don't have to do unless you're on a show like this. So having to let go of one of the contestants in my category is going to be really difficult. But that just means that they all have to step it up to the plate.
Yeah.
So I got to see who shines through and who can't take the live shows.
Last question. I know that Simon wants to see it. I know we want to see it. Any little inkling that we might be able to get a Britney duet situation on the stage at some point this season?
I would absolutely die of happiness if that were possible.
That would be so sick.
You got to ask her. I
have my
totally
fingers
in.
crossed.
I have my fingers crossed too.
That was Demi Lovato.